Hey up everyone, welcome to another video. I'm lucky as an hunter, I have access to some great land. This particular part of the country, it's got history that dates back to Vikings and Anglo-Saxons. It's a terrific place, steeped in history and truly magical when you think of people that treaded on this land in past generations. In this video, I'm trying to refill freezer with pheasants. And the land I shoot backs onto this stately home. And these birds travel from that area, I believe. A lot of last pheasants that I shot in my last video off this feeder were passed on to family and friends. I cooked a couple up at work, passed them on to the lads. We had an alternative Christmas dinner. So I thought it was time I got back out and I got refilled and kept a little bit of meat for myself this time. I'm back at Bungalow Hide, if you want to call it that. And I'm watching my feeder. It is first light and a really gloomy, misty morning. So first couple of shots, ATM 4Ks in black and white mode, night vision mode. After my session a couple of weeks ago, these pheasants were a lot more fidgety. They come to the feeder. This one was a little bit spooked, started walking away from feeder. I know I'm not going to get an opportunity on this bird, so I'm just trying to time my shot. Just as we were walking away, I could see base at head. I let my shot go, and it was well timed. It is in slow motion, and you'll see my aim point and when I release shot. I'm anticipating that head bobbing back down. Strikes back at skull, top part at neck. More than likely severed spinal cord. Nice clean kill. I'm pleased with that first shot. Well timed, well executed. It's time to sit back, have a cup of coffee, and await another visitor. As most of you will be aware, I'm using my Ultimate Sporter .177. I've had this rifle for about 4 years now, and it never misses an heartbeat. It's never let me down. Build quality is fantastic, absolutely bomb-proof from air arms. Has been right works tuned, so it's had a little bit of a fettle. Regulator fitted. It's made it just that little bit sweeter to shoot. I didn't have too much longer to wait. As you can see on windowsill, got a nice cup of coffee. Quite mild for this time of year though, if I'm being honest. Probably about 13, 14 degrees. So I weren't feeling cold at all. Next visitor, a cock pheasant. Still in black and white mode. That's another nice kill. Presented side on. Just stuck his head up nicely. A nice clean dispatch. It is a bit closer in. There's a slow motion video edit just coming up for you to watch as well. That's a good start to the morning. Got a brace of pheasant already. I put this feeder in place for squirrels, but they just don't seem to be too bothered. I've only had some success. I think it was in June this year when I had about 5 or 6 off it in one session. I think in this area it holds too much natural food, so I'll leave it in place through winter. Then I'm going to move it for winter coming in 2022. I'll move it close to woods and see if that produces any better results. Something else has caught my eye. I've got an M pheasant, I think it is, on feeder. So I put my rifle out the window. A bit of a weird shot this, I've left it into footage. That shot looked good to me. The M pheasants ran off like it run armed. Showing it again there. And then I'm going to show you a little slow motion. Crosshairs. Just waiting to get him in the right place. I think shot went a little bit low. It went to base at neck. You can tell from reaction at bird. There was it. And if you watch under this bush where that finger is now, that's that same M pheasant. That was the second one. So that first one ran under the bush and expired about a minute later. When that fell over, it spooked the second one. That come out from under holly bush. And I managed to dispatch this one clean. Here it is again, a little bit zoomed in for you. And there's a slow motion edit coming up for you as well to watch. Pleased with that. Strange on first shot, like I said, but these things happen. Thankfully it were a clean dispatch. It rolled over under that bush and it was collected a little bit later on. So another quick double imp bag. As you can see, I've got a nice comfy shooting position. I did change that a little bit later on. My rifle was a little bit too elevated, so I removed that piece of tree bark or stump, whatever you want to call it, and took a slightly lower position. Just give you a quick look around permission now. Absolutely beautiful place. Steeped in Danish, Viking and Anglo-Saxon history. On my last visit I put this scrim net up at window. It's perfect because I can see out of it, but nothing can see back towards me. It lets some natural light into the building as well. Got another visitor. Unfortunately it's not another squirrel. I'll take what turns up. There's another nice dispatch. You can see how that paw likes that cock pheasant. Straight down. Back at cranium. Apparently went straight through brain. Little lovely dispatch. It's turning out to be a really good session. Really enjoyed myself. Each one of these birds that goes down, they'll be took home, go into the freezer. Got some great ideas for some recipes. I got a Dutch oven as a Christmas present. So I've been researching some Dutch oven recipes. I'm sure they'll be in a few future videos. This place is undeniably beautiful, but the history makes it a little bit spooky as well. It's been here since 1800s. I'm sure there's a lot of people come and gone. It can be quite unnerving when you're on your own first thing in the morning or last thing at night. It certainly puts jeepers up you at some points. When you're out shooting, demands concentration. Your eyes are forever flicking around, taking in all sights and sounds. Usually it's sounds that alert you to the presence of some of your quarry. And it were on this occasion. Been watching for a couple of minutes, and I could hear like some scraping, rustling of wings. Turns out I got another cock pheasant. As you can see, I can't take a clean shot there. There's a wall in front, and I'm not sure at flight path at pellet. Trajectory should lob over that wall, then drop back down, but we're only looking at 25 yards at feeder. It's a bit of a tricky one, so I'm trying to be patient. I'll let pheasant either settle, stick its head in air, so it gives me that elevation I need to get a clear shot, or ideally I want it to go up onto feeder. Once it's on feeder, then I'll think about sending my shot on its way. Finally, after a bit of mucking about, and for the second time it goes up onto feeder. And there we go. Got my opportunity, and it's lights out for that cockbird. Well, that was last bird at morning, off feeder. I didn't see any squirrels. Well, I saw one squirrel come running past feeder. Again, it just weren't interested in wheat. There's a lot of beech mast in the area, and I thought snow and frost had helped it decay by now. It seems like it's too much natural food. You can't blame him for choosing nuts over wheat. It's a lot more nutritional for him. What I did do was go for a wander. I caught this one sitting out in the open. About 35-40 yards. Just give it a touch above its head. A lovely dispatch. Here's in slow motion. Pellets just left. Straight between eye and ear, just to top of cranium. You can't get a better clean kill than that. So another good session, another good freezer filler today. Managed stalking on a grey squirrel. That's going to be used for taxidermy. I'm going to do that one myself. I managed 2 cockbirds, 4 hens. Still quite a few around as well. A little bit more skittish than last time. That's to be expected, really. Really pleased. Good session. Loads of meat for the freezer. All I've got to do now, get home, get these prepped. This is a rat on home feeder. They were quick, first time. Second time, third time I were ready. Zooms in a little bit. Bish bash bosh. That's that rat done off, home feeder. I mentioned earlier, I'll give some pheasants away, some other game meat. So this is Stefan. He's a work colleague of my wife's. He's had rabbit, pheasant and squirrel off me in recent weeks, and he's made up some lovely dishes at home. I've got a couple of my latest coming up. This is my pheasant game terrine. I cooked a couple of pheasants up at work. We had an alternative Christmas dinner. I turned it into pheasant and stuffing sandwiches. That went down a treat with lads. This is my brother-in-law. He had some pheasant breasts off me. He rustled up a nice meal for himself the other night. Glad you enjoyed it, Danny. And I'll pass you some more on when I get opportunity. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for continual support. All the best for the new year. And I'll see you into 2022.